Hey there, it's Vicki Howell. I'm here to show you how to do this adorable stitch pattern that we are calling Stair Climber, but really I'm focusing on one of these little cubes. So this is a great pattern that we're using for the second block in our Block Builder 2 Club for Yarn-Yay. But you could use this, it would be great for a wrap or a tunic or a scarf. It's really sort of just a fun geometric frilly stitch. All right, so you are going to start with a multiple of 7 plus 1 and or whatever the pattern calls for that you're working with. And to begin with our foundation, we are going to work one single crochet in the second chain from hook. You never count the loop that's on the hook. So 1, 2, and we single crochet. And I'm using American terms here, so if you need a guide to what that is, you can definitely check out the interwebs, including yarnyay.com or vickihowell.com. Okay, once we've done that, we are going to chain 3, and this is going to count as 1 double crochet, and you can see what that looks like right here. This is what we've just created. From here, we're going to be working a picot stitch. So for the picot, we need to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then we slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, pull that through, and it gives us that cute little nubbin. All right, from here, we're going to double crochet in the same stitch as that initial single crochet. And now we're going to repeat that process. So what that means is picot, so that's 1, 2, 3 with a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. And then we are going to double crochet in that same stitch. We're still working in the same stitch. So again, and then we're going to repeat that one last time. So you'll have a total of 4 double crochet, but the first one, remember, is represented by the chain 3s. So a picot is a chain 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the third chain from the hook, and then double crochet in that same single crochet space. And what you see is you'll get this first sort of fan right here. Okay, from then, what you need to do, or from there rather, what you need to do is you need to picot again, because you want all of your little legs of this fan to have a cute little nubbin. So that's chain 3, slip stitch. And then from there, we are going to skip the next 6 chains. So if you don't know where you're working in, it helps if you just give it a little tug. If you see the stitch moving, you know you've worked in that, and then you move over to the next one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we skip 6, and then we want to single crochet in that next chain. And that is the repeat right there. So you would go ahead and repeat all of that from our chain 3 with the picot DC in the same stitch as the single crochet 3 times for a total of 4 legs. And then you've got, your bottom foundation chain, and you'll repeat that all the way to the end. So go ahead and work those, and I'll meet you back here for row 2. Okay, so we're finishing up with row 1 with our foundation row. I'm going to do the single crochet to finish that last repeat. Then we turn our piece, and we want to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, then we're going to skip over 3 picots, so the little nubbins. So 1, 2, 3, and when we get to the 4th, we're going to work through the through the center of that picot, and we want to single crochet through it. And what that does is that creates our little sort of wall and roof of our square. So we're just going to repeat that process. So from here, we are going to not completely repeat it because we will chain next, or chain less rather, but we will chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So chain 6. Skip those 3 picots. 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one, single crochet. And that will be your repeat. You want to make sure that you get through the center of it. That will be your repeat all the way to the end. So you can keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 1, 2, 3, and you're going to end by single crocheting in that final picot. And then it's time to turn. Okay, so now for row 3, we are going to chain 1. We've turned chain 1. It does not count as a stitch. So then we're going to single crochet in that same stitch. From here, we want to chain 3, and that will count as our first double crochet, and then work a picot stitch. And we know by now that a picot means we chain 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and then we want to slip stitch in that 3rd chain from the hook. And we're going to begin what's now a pretty familiar process. So we will work a picot, which we just did, and then a double crochet in that same single crochet from the beginning, and then we do another picot. We'll repeat that last process, the double crochet, the picot and the double crochet, a couple more times in that same single crochet. So double crochet, picot, 2, 3, slip stitch, and one last time. Double crochet in that same stitch, ending with a picot, and that is going to be our repeat all the way to the end. But we do need to do one more step, which is we need to single crochet in the next single crochet from the row below. So you see that, remember from row 2, we made these single crochets that were in the picot. What we want to do is we want to single crochet right there. And what that does is that lays our fan down so that it creates what you're seeing here. It stacks them. Okay, so now that is our repeat. So let's try that again. We are going to chain 3 and then do our picot, which means chain another 3. So really you're chaining 6, but for the picot it's chain 3 and then slip stitch, and then we're going to do our DC and a picot in that same single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, there's our picot. And we're going to repeat that process twice more. So double crochet, picot, and we have one more. Double crochet, picot. Then we want to skip this is the part where we want to lay this down. So we want to skip the next 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will, you don't even have to count them because you see where you need to go. You need to go over to the next single crochet. And we want to single crochet in that stitch. See, that's all, laying them down where they need to be. And that is your repeat all the way to the end. I am going to show you how to get to the end though, because you'll notice there's a little, because we started with all these chains, we need to even that out. So let's do this one more time. We are going to chain 3 and then make our picot. And then we do our 3 double crochets that have picots each in that same single crochet. So double crochet, picot, double crochet, picot, and one last double crochet and picot, then we want to skip 6. Now this time you will need to count because we're working only with chains here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you want to single crochet in that next chain. To finish off. And that will create your stitch pattern. So you just repeat rows 2 and 3 until you get the look that you would like for your overall block, or to make it as big as you would like it. All right, if you have any questions, please just post them in the comment section and we will help you out. Okay, bye-bye.